On this episode of Mosaic with TJ, hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And because of, different generations, different perspectives, you weren't hearing what anything I had to say, and thus created the Bitch Diaries.
You have seriously never gotten over that.
I am over it.
Are
I'm
you
over it.
though?
I'm bringing a point here. Yeah, she mine. She mine. I gave birth to her. Okay, last thing before we go, because I know you got to wrap it up. I want to talk about really quick dating, specifically you
Oh
dating.
Lord. Oh.
Specifically you dating, because you kind of hit on it. And the only reason I want to do this
Uh-huh.
is because, again, I think you kind of mentioned too, there's no grace.
Mm-hmm.
Women are saying they're no good men are saying they're no good women, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we passing up the people that are right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's not a black-white issue. It's a love issue, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Absolutely.
It's a love issue. Um, but I am a Black mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ideally, I wanted my daughter for her first boyfriend, when she started liking guys and guys liking her, I thought and hoped that she would date a young Black guy. Well, she was in high school, and I remember you bringing this guy Joseph around.
Oh, I was like, who?
His name, they nicknamed him Black.
I still don't remember this relationship
I
at
didn't like
all.
him at all. I didn't like him at all.
I don't remember him at all, to be
I could
honest.
see through him, and I could see based on what I was seeing in my daughter, because teenage years for moms and daughters is rough.
Mm-hmm.
Rough, I say.
I'm not looking forward to it.
It's rough, I say, but good thing you got a husband there, because Kevon was six what? 3, 5?
6'3".
Yeah, okay, so I didn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept saying, Danielle, he's not, and of course you didn't tell me everything, but I'm not stupid, because I was your age and I understood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Danielle, he's not treating you right. You deserve this. Or,
Mm-hmm.
you're worth this. A young man that really cares about you will treat you this way, and he'll do this. And you weren't hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And because of, different generations, different perspectives, you weren't hearing what anything I had to say, and thus created the Bitch Diaries.
You have seriously never gotten over that.
I am over it.
Are you though?
I'm bringing a point here.
Uh-huh.
The Bitch Diaries I thought it was an assignment that she had for school, because it was on my computer. Okay. So I go, and because we only had one computer, so I go and open it like, what's the Bitch Diary? I think maybe she's doing a book report or something. And the Bitch Diaries was about me.
Hey man, look. I was a teenager, bro.
About me.
I had to get some kind of release somehow. I couldn't do nothing.
And as I was reading, she was talking about mom saying this, that a guy's gonna treat me this, and she don't know what she's talking about. That was in her days. Guys don't even act like that no more. Guys are, if they want you to do this, and they ain't gonna be about this, if you're not gonna do this, they ain't gonna be with you or whatever. That was old timey days. So we got past that. We got past it. Fast forward, and this is the perfect way to end our last conversation. Some little levity here. So I remember, you had to be what, junior year?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's
junior year, because my baby, my daughter is smart, far as wisdom and book smart. The kid is smart. So she comes on, she said, Mom, I think this guy likes me in my class. He's been asking me to help him with the math and stuff like that. I think he likes me. I said, okay, but he's white. I said, oh, okay. Well, Well, and I asked her, I said, well, what makes you think he likes you? And she started telling me why, the things that he was doing, and wanted to sit next to her in class all the time. And I said, well, just, be friends with him, and just be friends and see what happens. If it turns into something, it turns into something. So they go out on the first date. He was from a military family. His stepfather was a military officer. And again, I could get with that, because I was a former military officer myself. So he comes, his mom brings him over to the house to call on Danielle for their first date. And so he comes, he was what, six what?
I think he was like 6'5".
6'5", 296.
Yeah, big.
He was
an
offensive lineman. So he comes in and he brings, this is their first date, he brings Danielle a single rose, and he brings me a plant.
Did he? I didn't remember that.
He brought me a plant. And so they're getting ready. The mom is taking him on the first day. He said, Miss Jones, what time would you like me to have Danielle home? And so I told him they had their first date, and slowly but surely they started to date. But what I saw and what she saw, he treated her the way I said that she was worth being treated.
Indeed.
Tell him a little bit about that, Danielle.
Oh, I mean, he was my high school sweetheart,
Yes.
Great guy. Absolutely great guy. Truly, saw the value that I didn't even see in myself. That's how much he cared for me. And it was different for me because most of the guys I dated were there just to use me. And that was about it. So when I saw someone who was just genuinely caring for me, I mean, we were 16. He was buying me expensive things. I was overwhelmed with the affection. I was just whoa, this is different. Now that came with its own level of adversity because it was in Virginia. So a black woman with a white guy already back, now it's a little bit more normal, but gosh, a decade ago, that wasn't as much of a thing. It was more so black guy with white woman that was acceptable. So, I got kind of hazed for that or something like that. But being the dominant person I was, you wasn't going to punk me without me saying some words about it. So I, dealt with it because I just didn't care about how people felt about it. But I will say that really did open up the door to my standards. Because even though me and Matt ended my my first year of college, I looked at dating differently after that.
The noise.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm so bad because I don't hear it. Okay. So sorry. But when I was serious about dating after we ended, I looked at it differently than what I did when I was in high school. Because in high school, all I knew was trash guys. So after Matt, I knew, okay, no, guys can treat me this great. Now I know what to look for. And it was a true blessing because a lot of women don't get blessed to have a man in high school treat them that well. They don't. And it's so sad. It's really disheartening because it's I believe every woman and every man should know a love that I knew in high school so that when they started dating seriously as an adult, they knew what to look for. So it's just I'm very thankful for that. I pray my daughter gets that. I pray more people get that because they need it. A love that you don't have to worry about if it's genuine or if they just want something from you.
B9 said black man, white woman, acceptable in Virginia. Hell no. It was more acceptable.
More so
it was more acceptable in Virginia than a white guy
with a black girl.
Because I remember that.
Because I was in high school and the football players always dated the cheerleaders. The majority of the cheerleaders were white. It was a couple black here and there, but they weren't bullied like how we were. It was to the point that when we started dating and people found out about us, he was a football player, so they would go say, that girl only dating you because we bet her to. She gonna get $200 this week when she break up with you. Crazy stuff. And mind you, I didn't even know I was on anybody's radar to the extent that he was getting bullied like that because I wasn't dating too many people then. So for it to get to that level, I was like, whoa, y'all acting like I was the most chose chick in this school for the way y'all trying to bully this guy for dating me. They would laugh at us in the hall when we were walking by. Black guys didn't get that when they're dating white girls. Because we were the first like maybe first or second couple in the whole school where it was a Black woman dating a white guy. Like, it was to the point that even the faculty knew about us. The faculty don't pay no mind to kid stuff. So it was intense, very much so.
You said the faculty was paying attention to y'all?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, where's Matt at?" Or like, because I mean, we were just that couple because everybody would talk about us. Apparently, like it was to that extent. I'm like, "Yo, this is really."
I do remember you telling me some of your male football friends tried to get you to break up with them.
Again, and I was single before I met Matt. So the fact that they were doing all this when I started dating him, I was like, y'all are weird.
We were in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Yeah. So like, and it got even worse, which is probably why we couldn't, because we ended up being long distance in our relationship, which is kind of what ended us basically. But when he had came out to help me move into my dorm in Texas, Texas was even worse. Even worse. I thought Virginia was bad. Texas had Virginia beat. Within the first weekend he was here, mind you, I don't know anyone on campus. I don't know any of these ninjas in this dorm that are football players. I don't know any of them. Matt went from my room to the dumpster, mind you, to drop off some boxes. I guess he said they were wide receivers, so I guess that's how they looked. We're all saying like, man, when he leave, we gonna all tap that anyway. Or like, he ain't about that. But just wait till he leave. I'm like, yo, the blatant disrespect. I was shocked. I didn't even know who they were. I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. I just moved in. It was wild. So yeah, it's a stigma with that too. That's really stupid. But yeah, it was definitely something. It made me a fighter though, for sure. It made me a fighter in the right way.
I just brought this up because again, as I was happy because I wanted you to know what you were worth. And I wanted you to experience that. And I'm grateful. I'm so happy. I love Kevon. And I am happy and I'm forever grateful to Matt because he showed you that. And because he showed you that, you could accept that and you knew what to look for when you met Kevon.
Yeah, for sure. And I knew what to tolerate better as well. Like I knew where the line was when it came to relationships. So, because this is what I might talk about if I do my own podcast at some point. Who knows?
She's thinking about it, you guys. She's thinking about it.
I'm still unsure. We'll see. But basically, what people don't talk about when it comes to being a wife or when it comes to dating is there should be character things you look for over physical, because physical will change. Physical, he can get bigger, he can get smaller, he can lose his hair, he could, like, there's so many things that can change physically. But what doesn't really change with people is their character. Who they are is really who they are. May they evolve slightly and get smoother around the edges, maybe, but the core of them is that's them. So like when I was looking for something in a husband, I had 5 character things to look for, like was straight on it with it. And so I didn't care what he looked like as much because I trusted God. I'm like, God, look, I want to have somebody I find sexually attractive. Don't give me nobody I'm gonna be looking at and be like, he ugly. God knew that. Like he knows his daughter. I wasn't concerned about the physical. I trusted God to know he knew me. He wasn't gonna play me like that. Okay, so what I looked for was the character. It's like, is he chivalrous? Is he educated? And I'm not talking about just degrees. Can he carry an intelligent conversation? Does he have a desire for God? And when I say desire, I don't mean he's a pastor or he has a title in the church, because those people sometimes don't have any desire for God either. So I meant a true desire for God. Like he's seeking him morning and night. That's what I was looking for. Someone who has a big family background in the sense that they're family oriented, because I wanted that because I didn't have that really in my household. And I wanted my children to have that. Like, being a provider, not meaning that he's the only one who makes money, but just meaning that he has a level of ambition to provide. That's what my 5 things were. And that's what I got with Kevon. Again, he was not my type when I met him. I didn't date dark-skinned guys. Definitely not a guy with a full beard. I was like, whoa, what is this? I don't know if I like this. Like, Because again, all I knew was a white guy or like light-skinned guys who never had facial hair, that I just never knew any better. But I was like, okay, well, you know what? Shoot, let me give it a shot. He could be cool. And then 5 years later, here we are with a baby.
Okay, and this is the last thing I'm going to say before we go. You know how I knew he was the one?
Nah, how you know?
And it's funny because you said that when you had your conversation with Lawrence and you found out he was good to go and you were hoping I didn't mess it up, right?
Yeah.
So you had that thought several years after you were with Kevon, because when I met Kevon, and I remember inviting him to Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And what made me know that he was the one is I said, you know, would you come over for Christmas dinner? He said, well, I don't know, because I have to work both my jobs.
Oh yeah, he was working a lot. Yeah, he was working a lot.
He said, I don't know if I can come to Christmas dinner because I'm working both of my jobs. Not one job, but 2 jobs on Christmas Day. And he was about his business.
Always has been.
About his business. And so I said, this man, he has a work ethic at the gate. I like him. And it's so, and then when I met him, and then other people started meeting, like Mama, and you know, Mama's my mother, and other people met him. We said, you know, we like him. And even Mommy said, I hope Danielle don't mess it up. And we said, well, if she messed it up, that's her problem, because he coming to the family gatherings anyway.
Wow.
So we decided we was gonna keep him whether you messed it up or not. But we glad you didn't. But it's funny because me and Mommy said the same thing. We hope you didn't mess it up. And then fast forward a couple of years, when you met Lawrence, you said, you hope I didn't mess it up. How about that? You are mine, aren't you?
Indeed.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, Danielle. You have anything last words before we wrap it up?
Oh, well, you know, if anyone wants to follow me, I'm at Danny B Jordan on Instagram. That's all I got right now, y'all. Like I said, I really wasn't on social media for like a really, really long time, but I'm trying to get better. So you'll see me on Instagram. I'll maybe get a podcast here by the end of the year, and maybe a YouTube. And I'll be on there. Like, so I'll be on my mom's channel. So y'all get updates. y'all will know where I'm at.
Okay, before we end, I want to shout out Mike Wills. I want to shout out B9. Everybody who can shout out B9. M Mills, Lovely Bird's Nest, Astute Thinker, AP _ Leo Queen. Let's see who else we got here. The Blooming Ebony. I think I said Lovely Bird's Nest. Let's see who else we got here. I thank you all. Bond Life. Thank you so much for stopping by, listening. A Fool's Paradise. Thank you. It's your boy Oz. Thank you. BCDC123, thank you for stopping by. JJ, Big Bad Bull, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks,
Black's
everyone.
Tropical Homestead.
It's been wonderful.
What the Funk Is This? Thank you for stopping by.
Nice.
Right? I thank all of you for stopping by, and thank you for supporting me and my baby girl, who's not a baby, I know. But until next time, thank you so much. Y'all have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.